Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to another special edition of OT with DTB. Tonight, we are going to have Adam from HONYOCKER Beard Co., creator, maker. He'll be on shortly. Just a few little difficulties, but that does not stop the show. He wants to come on and talk about his new drops. Let's go through and say what's up to everybody. We got Sean from 8-Bit. We got KD, Travis Tyler, the Bearded Yurik, Vato, Wayne C, Nice Beard, Jeff Rice, Philip A, Donald Long, Ellie, Wolf, Jeff, again, all you guys, welcome in. Glad to see everybody here. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully, hey, what's up, Voodoo Alex, Ryan Moretz, Gary Penner? How's everybody doing tonight? It's Wednesday. It's middle of the week. We're almost to the end, and here we are, another shift of overtime. But I don't know about you guys. I love a little bit of OT. So what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Let me know in the chat. We do have another special guest as well. He's here, maybe. Dan, you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I don't see you. Yeah, I can hear you, but not see you. Well, maybe it's just on my end. You there? Hello, hello. Huh. I can't see him on StreamYard. Can you hear me, Dan? Oh, you're frozen. Well, there's Adam. What's up, dude?
Can you see me now, man?
I think it's my end, dude. I think it's my StreamYard because Dan came in and yeah, see, I see you on YouTube, but I don't see you on my StreamYard. So let's roll with it.
Okay,
you're
right
on screen. What's up, brother?
Thank you.
What's up?
All right, man.
Yeah. Thanks.
Sorry
thanks,
about
Emily.
that, dude. I'm like, yeah, no, she's looking over it like I don't fucking know what it is.
I think it's just my StreamYard, man. Like I see you on YouTube. I got my phone going on the other side.
Okay.
But we're good. We're good. Yeah, Sean. It's that satellite internet out in the boondocks of Indiana.
Hey, now.
Hey, I know, but you know, we gotta roll with it. So what's up, man? How you been? It's been a minute.
Yeah, doing pretty good, man. Just trying to catch up on a lot of stuff, dude, due to the old arm injury, man. And so that has me kind of behind. I making the two new ones, and then catching up on like barbershop orders and stuff like that, man. So been busy, man, just trying to catch up, really.
Everybody's saying what's up. Yeah, I mean, it's good that you're busy, but I'm sure that that surgery kind of put you back a little bit.
Yeah, it did, man. It's I mean, I knew I'd be laid up a little bit, but when I came out of my 90-degree cast and stuff, I expected to not be able to straighten my arm out. But the way they were able to do the surgery, they were able to do it with my arm straight out. So I didn't have that like problem straightening my arm afterwards. But the biggest issue, man, is I have some nerve damage going on, and there's no strength to it. Like I still struggle to pour a cup of coffee with a coffee out of the coffee pot, man, because it's just weak.
Yeah, see, my left shoulder, after all the cancer surgeries, they did nerve damage. They told me they were going to have to sever a couple nerves when they were taking the tumors and stuff out. But like my left arm is still weak. I can barely carry a 2x4, more than 2 or 3 of them. And my shoulder's ready to give out. So I got you on that one.
Yeah. Is that pretty much how it's going to be going forward, man? Like it just lost?
Yeah, that's what they told me. Yeah. They said, they had to sever 2 nerves in my left arm.
Damn, man.
So yeah, dude, like literally we could trade punches in my left arm all day long. I'll know you're hitting me, but I won't feel it. Well, from the elbow down on my left arm, I can't really feel, or from the elbow up to my shoulder, I can't really feel anything.
Damn. So do you find that like affecting you much? Like my nerve area, man, is just like a small little area through here. So like if I don't, hey, look at that sexy son of a bitch. But
right.
If it's not going to affect my daily life that much, so I'm not stressing it too bad, man. But anyway, man. Dan, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, there he is. What's up, dude?
Howdy, Adam.
What's going on, pal?
Oh, whole fun, jacked up bunch of crap happened before the show starts, of course.
Man. Well, it's good to see you regardless, man.
Yeah, it's been a minute since
Yeah, it's
I've
good to
seen
see
him,
you
so.
too. Hopefully it'll work. I don't know what something about my internet or something doesn't work.
It's probably out there in Minnesota ain't no better than where I'm at.
Well, you guys are struggling, baby.
Dude, I'm telling you, I can't wait till
Yeah.
2055 when they finally bring fiber out here to the country.
Damn, man. Yeah,
Hopefully.
I don't have fiber yet either, man.
Hell, I'd be happy
Exactly.
with dial-up right now.
Man.
But it's all good. The show must go on. Hey, what's up, Pete White? What's up, Damien?
What's going on,
Tom
everybody?
Hawk?
I mean, for those of you guys who ever get on any streams with me, man, I suck at pay attention more than one thing at a time. So apologize if I don't say hi to everybody. So I'll say hi now, man. Appreciate everybody jumping in.
Yeah, it's good to see everybody tonight. It really is, especially on a Wednesday. On a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Should have had a guest. Well, Dage, you want to come on too, brother? I'll send you the link. Adam, let's talk about those two new scents, bro. Let's talk about them.
Okay. Yeah, man. Let's do it.
Which one you want to talk about first?
Kind of cool to have Dan on here too, man, because he's got a little bit of experience with him as well. So we can get some insight on what some other people think besides myself.
I got Sahara in front of me.
Yeah, honestly, man, from the feedback that I've gotten from the affiliates and stuff that have them both, that's the first one they comment on. I kind of the opposite, man. I kind of like Menage a Trois better, but that's kind of just more my style, my personal style.
Oh, I wore Menage today. That's what I have in beard. I've had it in all day.
Yeah, that one for me is a little bit more my style, but I can see where people might gravitate towards Sahara a little more. But I don't know, man. Menage a Trois kind of reminds me of along the same lines as Body Language a little bit. Like if any of you guys or YouTube have Body Language, it kind of is more of that softer, sexier type of scent.
We'll totally agree with that. That's the first thing I thought of when I opened that bottle. When I shook it up and I smelled it, I was like, this got some oomph to it. This has got something. This is extra.
Yeah, man, I wanted to kind of combine some sophisticated manliness, but with a softer, sensual side to it, man. And that's just kind of what we got with that one.
Yeah, it definitely is, dude.
Yeah, it's funny, man, because that one, I had that one on the radar for probably about 2 years now, man. And it originally came out. It was originally going to be something completely different, man. It was back when oud started becoming a thing. My first initial thought process for Menage a Trois was, for those of you who know, it means a threesome, right? So I'd originally thought, okay, well, let's do oud, but let's do 3 different types of oud, hence the name Menage a Trois 3, right? And it just got shelved for a little bit. And by the time I wanted to revisit it, oud had become such a big thing that I was like, I'm not doing it like that. So, so it got put on the shelf, man, to revisit. But I really liked the name and wanted to do something with it eventually. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, I wanted something evening-ish, something that you could wear maybe out, sophisticated yet sensual, sexy. But I like it a lot, man. That's right up my alley as far as scents go, man. It's got a little bit of sweetness from the shea and cashmere, but to me that takes a back seat rather quick once in beard, at least to my nose. And it kind of just lingers in the back where the more of the incensey and saffron spiciness comes out a little more. But I mean, everybody's
Yeah.
different, but that's what I get out of it. Dan, I'm curious
it's
on you, man,
definitely
because I know you're not a sweet guy, man. So, and I know that first note out of bottle is more on the softer, sweeter side from the Shea and Cashmere. So I'm interested to kind of hear what your take is on it, man.
So with Menage a Trois, the cashmere in it makes me think a lot of the Grayson scent, actually, more than the body
Really?
language. Yep.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, I can see that, man. It's still a softer thing. The two cashmeres, the one in Grayson is different cashmere than this one, but cashmere is cashmere, right? To a certain extent. So I can see where you would get that.
Yep. In beard, it opens up a little more. You know, the cashmere is always there, but you get a little more of the spiciness kind of come out, and it's not as sweet anymore. And then I really like it. The wife really likes it. Like really,
Yeah.
really likes it. Yeah, I think it's a really good, like you put it, you know, sensual, you know, kind of sexy scent.
Yeah.
I think it works really well.
And that's kind of the thing, man, is I like doing these shows, not only because I get to hang with my buddies, but also because it allows me to kind of elaborate on like what goes into the scents, right? Because I kind of feel like without an explanation from the way I do things, it kind of becomes like, you know, hit or miss, man. But like I was thinking earlier today about coming on tonight, and to me, man, when you guys get my products, you really, I almost don't want you guys to open the bottle and be like yay or nay, and judge it like that, because these are built off visions in my head, man, or feelings. So my goal for you guys when you get my products is to more so smell it and see if you can put yourself in that vision that I was trying to create, and then judge it based off of that, you know, versus just, hey, it's a good scent. No, it's not for me. Because when I create these things, it's doesn't match what I tried to, what my vision was. And if it does, then I consider that a success, man, you know? So in other words, I don't normally go out and mix blackberry and some other thing just because I know they're going to smell good together. I'm trying to create a vision into a scent. So when you guys get my products, I encourage you to kind of say, okay, this was, you know, built off of this vision. Can I see that in this scent? And then if you do, then I succeeded. That's kind of how I do my stuff, man.
And that's one of the reasons I respect you as a maker. Is you
Very
don't do
much so.
it just to do it. You have that vision. You have that reason, and it's not just a make a buck type of thing. It's your creative process, and that's what I respect about HONYOCKER as a company, as a product. That's what I dig.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, man. You know, I just go ahead, buddy.
And meeting you, I mean, you're the same person, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like you just do it for the live streams or you do it for the posts or, you know, the company. You're the same person in person. Like, you get that same vibe.
Yeah, man. Well, guys, I'm not trying to be famous. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing this because I like to do it. It's an outlet creatively for me. It allows me to express myself in some form. You know, and then it just turns into me appreciating everybody who actually goes out and decides to spend their hard-earned money on some HONYOCKER, man. So I owe it to everybody to give you my respect and just be genuine to you guys, you know.
Yeah.
It's definitely come across, man. Like with each individual HONYOCKER scent, you definitely get, you know, I may not see your vision in particular, but it definitely brings back a memory. It puts me in a place. Like, it's not just a fun scent to wear or a nice scent to wear. It's like, oh, I put in HONYOCKER and it's like, oh, there's my grandpa. Or, oh, there's a situation. It just comes together in that scent, and it takes you right back, just like a song can. You know what I mean? It takes you back to a memory, to a specific point in time.
Yeah.
Right on, man.
All right.
Well, then that's a win for me then, man.
To be honest, with Sahara, this is in no way like a down at all, but Sahara smells exactly like a perfume actually that my grandmother wore when I was young.
It's that patchouli, man.
I mean, it smells exactly. And
Well, you're great. Let's stop right there. Your grandma has some damn good taste in, man.
There you go.
It was awesome when I took my first whiff of it, because that was the first memory that came to me, and it was, like I said, it's in no way. I wear it. I've worn it all day today. I like it.
Yeah, I can see where you would get that, man. I can see where you get that, which actually, man, kind of makes me happy that you say that, because the overall vision for Sahara was another one that completely morphed into something different than what it was supposed to be. I'm a Jeep guy, and so I have a Jeep Sahara, and my initial thought process for Sahara was I was going to make it more of a summertime scent and kind of encompass all things that you would do in the Jeep adventures, the outdoors, maybe even some like summertime ale type stuff, hanging with buddies. And it just wouldn't come together like I wanted it to, man. And so it kind of just, I changed gears a little bit, and just went to trying to encompass more of the feeling I would get if I was somewhere beautiful where I took the Jeep off-roading or in the mountains or whatever, and just kind of wanted to encompass more of a nature beautiful type of scent vibe versus going the original route with it, man. An earthy, beautiful type of vibe. The kind of thing where you're looking out, you're like, oh man,
See, that's what I get from it.
Yeah. So I just switched gears, man, because so many times I'm telling you right now, and I'm sure there's a lot of makers that do the same thing, but I can only talk for myself, man. I am so hard on myself. If a effing scent does not match my vision, it's just like I can't do it. And I'll pound until I try to get it that way. And sometimes, man, it just doesn't work. So I have to shift gears, man. And sometimes it ends up for the better. And I think Sahara ended up for the better. I think that the other way was going to be a little too just random and kind of a little just out there, where this one is more something that people can wear on a regular basis and just enjoy it for what it is, man.
They're both really, I mean,
see, that's what I get with Sahara. I get outdoor. I get summer. I get a summer vibe from it. I get dry, if that makes sense. It's like a dry type scent. It's not citrusy or anything like that. It's just it's a nice outdoor, earthy, summer vibe. Like, it took me back to when I was out in Arizona for a little while. It gave me that dry heat. Just, I don't know. It's weird, man. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pleased with how they both turned out, man. And from the beginning of this year, I've talked to Dan behind the scenes quite a bit, but I'm going back to doing things exactly how I want to do it. And they may not be hits with everybody, but I'm going back to the mindset when I create that I just want, if I like it, then it's going to get put out, versus trying to feel the energy in the room, whether I think people will like it or not. I'm just going to, if I like it, it hits where I wanted it to, then those are the ones you guys are going to get. And I've always said it, man. You can go back and look at my posts or any videos I've been on. HONYOCKER's not going to be for everybody, man, and I'm okay with that. You're not going to get the food and fruit stuff. I think I've made that abundantly clear over the years of me doing stuff. I'm not the sweet tooth type of guy. You're going to get more of the earthy, manlier, sophisticated, sensual type of sense out of me. So it's not going to be for everybody, man, but I do appreciate everybody that's on Team Yock, man, because there's a lot of them, and there's some of the best guys out there for sure, and women. I can't leave them out.
There
man,
you go.
There are women.
There you go.
So
you had mentioned earlier that you wanted to do a couple giveaways tonight. I say we roll into one, brother.
Yeah, man. So I thought what we would do is we do an oil and butter combo of each one separately, and then at the end we could just do one where somebody win both the new oils.
Sounds good to me. So in the chat, which one you guys more excited to give away first? You want to do the Sahara or you want to do the Menage? Let me get some little feedback, and then we'll go into it. For me, man, I'm still a fan of Avenue Blue. I always will be. I want to get the one you boosted the scent in, but I didn't want to get it until I was all done with the other.
Yeah, man.
The Hidden, I know that wasn't your biggest fan, or you weren't the biggest fan of that scent, but I really enjoyed it. Road to Ruin. A lot of people didn't get on the Road to Ruin, but I did, and I'm glad I did. There's just so many, man. You can't like. And see, another thing with HONYOCKER, and I've told this and I've said this numerous times. I know what I'm getting when I grab HONYOCKER. I know what I want my beard to do. That's what I'm grabbing. The hardest part is choosing which scent I want to grab. You know what I mean? Like, and I always gravitate toward Avenue Blue first, and then I'll go Taproot or something like that. Like,
well, yeah. I mean, Avenue Blue, man. I mean, I wouldn't be on here with you guys right now if it wasn't for Avenue Blue. Just plain and simple, man. That scent, like, you can't mention HONYOCKER without Avenue Blue. It has been a #1 seller for me for 3 years that I've been doing this, every year. But it just works, man, because it's such an everyday scent, man.
Yes.
You know, it's just, you can't go wrong with it no matter what you do. And yeah, like you said earlier, man, as a matter of fact, every single profile I have has been strengthened considerably now. So, you know, if there's one that you've had that you thought needed to be stronger, it is now. So that's cool.
That sounds good to me. All right, so I think Sahara is going to be the one we're going to give away first. So
okay,
I'm gonna pull up a random number. We got 33 in here.
I love you.
So I'm going to pull up a random number, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, as soon as I give you the range, you can go. It's the first one I see on my side first. If you do get prioritized, do not let that stop you from hitting the link that's pinned at the top of the chat. Use code DTBA15. It's going to save you 15% on the HONYOCKER site. That is not including merch. That is just beard products. So as soon as I give you the range, you can go. We're going to go 1 through 15, guys. 1 through 15. 1 through 15. But so
what did you guys think about
what is your favorite scent to make, Adam?
My favorite scent to make, actually, you know what? I love making body language. And the reason I love making body language is because that one I had to put in the most work to get right. So when I make it, it's like gratifying to me because I know the work that went into getting that one where I wanted it to. But man, I'll tell you, to this day, man, I feel like Humidor is probably my best creation. I know as far as representing what it's supposed to be, every time I make Humidor, I just smell it and I'm like, I can't, it's like, I like say out loud to myself, damn, man, you killed this one. I love that one, man, just because it's so.
You know who else likes Humidor? The bees. Remember that? I had it on that day.
Oh, yeah.
And the bees were trying to attack me.
Oh, they were, man. Like hair on soap, buddy. You were covered.
Yeah. Yeah. Donald Long, you are the winner. Reach out to Adam on Instagram.
Right on, man.
Get that set up, and you'll get Sahara sent out to you, brother. Congratulations,
right on,
sir. Congrats in the chat for Donald Long.
Yeah.
Congrats, Don.
Yeah, get a hold of me, man. And we'll get you taken care of, Donald. I appreciate you coming in, buddy.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what's your schedule looking like for the year? Do you have some releases planned, or are you just, as you create them, you'll release them?
You know me, dude. That's generally how I do things, man, because I have to be inspired. And that's why you don't see me putting out typically a butt ton of stuff, man. This year's been kind of weird for me, releasing a couple at a time. I've never done that before, and here I am doing it to James. What's up, man? but I had a couple things in mind at one time, and I'm like, for you guys versus me putting one out 1 week, another one out 3 weeks later, I figured you guys can just get them at one time if you want them, save you on shipping and all that bull crap, man, and just get stuff at one time. But I have something that I'm going to do for summer, man, at least that I'm going to attempt to do as far as a profile goes. And it's going to be something like I've never done. And it's going to go into the category of stuff that I don't like. But I'm doing it from a sentimental value, I guess I should say. So it's not really going to be made for me to like. It's made for me to put out to kind of commemorate, a time in my life and stuff, man. So it's going to be one that I'm putting out now. With that being said, I'm sure a lot of guys that don't like my typical stuff may like this one, so Dan, you're not going to like this one. But that's the fun of this stuff, man, is if it's fun for me to do because it's got a meaning behind it, then I'm okay with it, man. If I'm doing it just to appease somebody, that's different. But if I do something that's not my typical style, as long as it's got value behind it and got meaning, then I'm okay with putting it out. So that'll be sometime in the summer. If anything comes out before that, dude, it's going to be, just because I got a wild hair up my ass.
Sounds like it's going to be a fruity, sweet scent.
It's going to be different, man. It's not going to be sweet, but it'll be different from Adam for sure, man. Different from what I normally put out. You'll still get it just so you can bitch at me.
Well, like I did with Hidden.
Yeah.
Literally the only person that told you this sucks, basically, and
yeah. Well, and we knew it was going to go that way, buddy. And I don't like to rip on other people that like fruitier, sweeter stuff. Everybody's different, man, and I get it. But I just know that if I can't be passionate about what I'm putting out, then you guys aren't getting the best of me. And then I don't want to offer that up to people. I want you guys to get what I feel confident in offering to you guys. I don't want to give you some half-ass stuff,
Yeah.
So Donald brings up the comment 57 or Grayson. It will be awesome. I'm a fan. I'm so glad I got to grab 57 when you re-released it. I'm a little upset that I can't get Snowblind now.
Yeah, me too.
I'm upset, guys. That was one of my favorites, man. I wore that son of a bitch constantly.
And I found somebody that was willing to part with a couple samples of Two Fisted, and there's another one. And
Happy Trails, Raggedy Hobo.
No, maybe Frontier.
Frontier, man.
Yeah, he sent me samples of both, and I'm like, man, I need these. And he's like, they're not on the site no more. I was like, yeah, I know, but I need them.
and see, that's another thing, man. And I'm guilty of this too when I go shopping at other companies. I like that darker, heavier, deeper stuff, and
yeah,
there's a lot of times, man, when I list, the profile out there, it's just not attractive to people. But if they were to smell it, they may feel differently, right? And it's just, as a consumer, it's hard to pull the trigger on something that doesn't like appeal to you by reading what's in it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's one of those things that those who got it tend to like it. But if not enough people got it, then it's just not worth my time to keep it in rotation, man.
Right.
So
holding that inventory.
Yep. So. I told him he's got to get all the ingredients to make me one of each one he doesn't have anymore.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Two Fisted, I loved that one because it was like smack you in the mouth, and that's what I wanted to be. Hence the name, Two Fisted. It was whiskey forward, man.
Oh, it is very much so.
But I mean, if it's definitely not something you're going to want to wear out on. It's more, that one was based off my grandpa. You know what I mean? So if I'm characterizing something, building something off a specific thing like that, I can't please the masses, man. It's got to be what it's meant to be, and it either is or isn't, And that one was one that you're going to open up the bottom and be like, oof, damn, for sure.
I did when I got that sample. I mean, even in the little sample bottle, it's a 10 mil sample, and I was just like, wow, like this is great. But once I got it in beard, it was a total different scent. You know what I mean? Like it smelled different in beard than it did.
Yeah, that one actually, believe it or not, was one of the most complex ones I've ever done. I think it had like 7 different things in it, man. So it was my earlier stuff when I was working primarily with essential oils before I really transitioned into fragrances to kind of broaden things out. Those were some of my most complex, Raggedy Hobo, Happy Trails, Two Fisted. Woodpecker was one that I had real early on.
See, I need that one. I've heard about
Woodpecker.
that scent.
I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, man, that's digging into the vault, baby.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, so that one kind of had several different kinds of woods in it, man. Like it was like a woodier type thing, and it had some cinnamon in it as well. Yeah, man, back when I first started, a lot of those things were some of my most complex things.
Wayne C wants to know, how long does scents usually last in beard?
That's a good question, man, because if you go off of maybe a year ago, I would say 4 or 5 hours, man. But now I've strengthened everything probably close to 25-30%. So considerably stronger. So I'm a bad person to ask that personally, because I have horrible allergies and I go nose blind to everything in about a half hour. And so if you gentlemen want to chime in and give Wayne some accurate info, be my guest.
Most scents, most HONYOCKER, I'm getting 8+. 8+. Especially if I rock the butter, I'm going 12+. If I have both in beard, I'm going 12+.
Well, that gives you an idea how messed up my sinuses are, because I get a half hour.
I put Sahara in this morning at 7 o'clock, and I can still smell it quite noticeably now.
Yeah, same thing with Menage. I put that in early this morning, and I'm still smelling it now. So yeah. 12 hours. We're at 12 hours now at least.
Jeff says except for Brown County, that lasts for days.
Now Brown County will last you 48 to 72 hours.
That's right. Get you some, baby. Get you some.
Hidden will also.
Yes, hidden will last.
That's just because you hate it. So you naturally smell it because you know you hate it.
Brown County, I mean, it may not be everybody's cup of tea, but if you've been to Brown County, you will totally understand that scent. Mm-hmm. You will totally understand that scent.
Yeah. It's just, every year rolls around. I'm like, do I keep putting out Brown County? Do I keep putting out Snowblind? Do I keep putting out witches? These seasonal things, But the problem is, man, is there's some of my best pieces. And so right. I know people may get bored with me putting out the same thing, but I struggle with, how can I not put this out? They're some of my best pieces of work, and so they just continue to come out. I mean, it's, hopefully I gain new customers along the way from year to year, and some other people can get to try them and stuff, man. But, but Ryan said he's throwing in Striptease right now. That was another one that was never meant to be a scent. Because, it was never meant to be. It was originally going to be my coat wash scent. Because hence the name Striptease. Like, you're putting it in, you're going to tease your beard that you're going to strip it, but it's not really going to strip it. So Striptease. And I sent it to a couple people, the coat wash, and everybody's like, oh God, Adam, you got to put this out in oil and balm and butter. This has got to go out. This is amazing. You know what I mean? and I'm just like, whoa, and I'm like, I don't know about that. And they're like, yeah, you have to. And lo and behold, man, you trust a few people, and that son of a bitch became a guilty pleasure for HONYOCKER. That was a fan favorite that you didn't want to admit, right. for a long, long time.
Vato, yes, the butter is poured.
Yeah, it's poured, man. And I also just changed that ratio.
Yeah, it's way better now.
Yeah, like maybe 2 months ago, something like that. Maybe?
Yeah, it's been about a month and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, you changed them when you put out Whipping Post and Terra Firma.
Yeah, so at the end of the year, So it does have a pinch of wax in it, but to me, it's very unnoticeable. It's almost like there isn't any thickness that you would get from it is definitely from the butters themselves. Yeah,
I've noticed since you took the ratio down, I can use a daily wash to wash it out now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely lighter. For me personally, it doesn't weigh my beard down as much. It gives me more of a freer beard feel. And I knew that you guys would probably like that more. And so there's certain things that I do. I don't wear butters or balms. I just wear oils. So, if I going off of what I know the masses tend to gravitate to and appreciate more, I just felt it was a necessary change. Although, man, the butters as they were made a lot of top 5 butter list, so I appreciate that. You know, but I feel like the change is probably going to please a little bit more people when we're talking the way a butter is normally, you know.
I'm a butter fanatic. I hate balms, and the change that you made, I liked your balm or your butter to begin with, because it wasn't, you know, super like holds like a balm, but the change you made for me, it's pretty much damn near a true butter.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I get
I
that.
like it way more than it was before, even.
Yeah, that's good. I know Pete asked if Terra Firma was coming back, buddy. I'm going to be honest with you. Terra Firma is a lot like what we just talked about in Frontier. I just don't think enough people wanted to reach out and grab it. I don't think it was attractive enough for people. And so Whipping Post left that in the dust as far as sales go. And so we're gonna keep that on the shelf for a while, man, until I get enough requests or something for that to come back. So that'll be one much like 57. Every once in a while we'll bring it back. But I don't want to have 30 different profiles. I mean, I know that's great sometimes for consumers, but from an owner and a maker standpoint, having to keep track of everything, or maybe 2 people say, hey, Adam, bring Terra Firma back. But taking the time to make just 2 Terra Firma butters is still time that is not worth the little bit of money, you know, for lack of better terms, you know, just being honest, you know.
Yeah, that's just transparency right there, man. That's just you being honest. Like, it's not worth, you know, the time that could be spent making your lineup that does sell on a regular basis.
Right. Yeah.
It's still a business at the end of the day. So
yeah, man. And I love you guys, and man, and like anybody that's asked me about that stuff, I mean, I generally do my best if I have a little bit of downtime or something to reach out and do something like that for people. But it's just one of those things, like right now with my arm situation, it's put me behind. So I just don't have a lot of extra time to go out of my way to do extra little stuff like that. But I mean, I still have the good old recipe written down, man. It's still something that I can whip up, you know, every once in a while for people, you know, but it's sometimes you got to thin the herd. I just took Striptease. What else did I take off the site here recently? Striptease. What other one did I take off?
Wow. If you wouldn't have said anything, I could have told you. Like, I was just looking at the site.
Dang, which one did I take off? I can't even remember now. I took off a couple, but you know, like 57, man, it sold so well for a good year and a half. And then it just kind of petered out, you know, which is fine. It happens, you know. And it just wasn't worth me, you know. It's the same old story. So for those that go, you know, they'll come back from time to time for those guys that really, really like that and want another bottle of it or whatever.
You just showed your age there, Adam.
What happened? What'd I do?
Saying petered out.
Oh yeah, buddy. Well, dude, I may only be 41, but I feel like I'm 61, man. Like, you know. Yeah,
So
Rad's another one, man. Like Diablo there, and Rad's another one. You know, that's one that my son helped me make. It's great for small little runs for me to make some for people that really want it to grab, but just not worth me having constantly. But just from a sentimental value, being that Dominic helped me with that one, my son, that'll stay one that comes back from time to time.
So for those of you that may have missed it, these 2 cents will drop Friday morning at 8 a.m. Right, Adam?
Yes. Yep. Friday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern. Yeah. For those of us that have to observe daylight savings time, that would be 7 o'clock normally, but we had to move forward an hour. So now, yeah. Good stuff.
Yep.
I'm so over daylight savings time. So over the going forward, going back.
Yeah.
Stupid.
It is stupid.
So stupid.
It's ridiculous.
Man. So, well, I just, it gets you all out of whack. That's for sure, man. I looked at the clock earlier today when I was getting ready for this. It was 6:30, still light out. And I'm like, we just came from being dark, you know. It's like now I'm all jacked up. I feel like it should be a lot earlier than what it is, and here it is going on 7 already.
No, you think it jacks stuff up for you? It's think about us that have small young children.
Yeah,
Well,
my
I'll think
daughter is
about
still she's still like a little out of whack. She's, you know, like her body's telling her, no, Dad, it's 7:30, but like on the clock it's 8:30, so it's time for you to go to bed. Like, so yeah, it takes a little longer to go to bed now.
Yep.
But so for those of you that don't know, Adam does have some roots in Indiana. Super pumped about that. Like when he said he was coming back to Brown County, I was like, hey man, you got a few minutes, I can beat you. You know what I mean? And that was a good time, man. It was good to talk to you. It was good to meet you, and you know what I mean? You and Emily.
Yeah,
and,
for
you
sure,
know,
man.
I really appreciate you doing
that stuff. Yeah, for sure, man. Like I can't be that damn close and not make that happen, man.
But I was like, man, dude's taking 30 minutes out of his family time to stop by and hang out with me for a minute. That's pretty dope. I appreciate it.
Ah, man, I wish I could have spent more time, dude. I wish we could have went, sat down, and had a bite to eat or something like that, man. We'll do that eventually, buddy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I see the beard's coming back. The beard looks thick, bro. Long and thick.
Well, kind of like my gut these days since
That's what she said.
I'm able to get working out again, man. My boobs and gut are growing, but my arms are turning into pencils and everything else, man. So it's been one hell of a train wreck over the last couple months, man.
That's why you need to let the beard grow out big and thick. It makes up for all that,
man. Something, man. I need something thick on me, that's for sure. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Yeah, I'm glad to have it back a little more than what it was when we met up. I had just trimmed it, you know, when you and I met up, Daniel. And
yeah, you like, I think it was like the day before or something. You were like, yeah, man, I just trimmed it off.
Yeah,
when you got out, I was like, wow,
yeah, it was one of those moves where I was like, I was going through one of those stages, man, where I was like, dude, me and Dan talk about this all the time, right? Like as a maker, I'm working all the time, and I don't take care of my beard, to be honest with you. Like it's horrible to say that. I'm a beard care person, and I don't take care of my beard because it's just like I'm so busy working, or I'm creating new stuff to where I'm not wearing stuff. I mean, I guess I could wear unscented, but what's the fun in that, you know? And so, you know, so it's like, I was getting dead ends and stuff. I was like, F this, man. I got to start this over, man. So chopped a good little bit off of that. But yeah, man, it's coming back, thankfully. But it's about terminal growth length for this half Mexican guy here. Because it doesn't tend to want to go much longer than this, man. You know, I'm thankful to have what I have. But yeah.
So there's a question for you. Gage wants to know if you use your wash every day.
I'll tell you what, man. I developed my wash to be an everyday wash, and as a matter of fact, I do. Probably 90% of the time, I wash my beard every day with it. And I don't know if anybody in the chat has my wash, but I designed that wash to give you a good, easy stripping feeling, so you can feel it working when you're washing it. But as you rinse it out, it has that castor mixed in so that it coats those hairs. So by the time you're done, it doesn't feel all like streaky, like it needs product like ASAP, or it's going to just fall out. That was my goal, because I generally work out most of the time. So I wanted a beard wash that I could use on a daily basis, but still get the other shit out that's in there when I use it. I love our beard wash, but I mean, not saying that it's better than anybody else's, but for what I wanted and what I wanted to devise it to be, I think it turned out really well. Long-winded answer just to say, yes, I use it every day. Sorry about that, guys.
3 months later.
Yeah.
Highly recommend the washing conditioner. There you go. Donald uses it.
Yeah, I can't say enough about the conditioner, man. That co-wash has been like #3 seller out of all our products every year. You know, that was very fortunate. Emily and I were fortunate enough to have that win the Beardy Award the first year they did the Beardies for co-wash. And all the credit to her on that, man. She actually is the one that designed that co-wash. And so I never like to try to steal her glory, man, for that. That's all her. Other than me saying I wanted it to be nice and thick, I wanted the co-wash to really feel like when you put it in, it was gonna condition and coat your hairs. But that's all her, man.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the first products other than Avenue Blue. The wash was one of the first HONYOCKER products I bought because I heard so much about it, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try this. And then after that, I was hooked. Like, it's, yeah.
It was one of the last products I bought, actually.
Yeah.
What's your problem, Dan?
I don't know.
Well, what's the fun in buying a conditioner? You know.
Yeah, I had heard quite a bit about it, but I was just like, when I get washes or co-washes or conditioners or something, I don't swap back and forth a lot. I know, like, some guys have like 6 washes in their shower, and when I start one, I use it until it's gone.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I see. We got questions about whipping post butters. I'm waiting on labels for whipping post butters, buddy. I think I have like I have labels for the oils. I think I got one in stock right now, but if that goes out, I can make more. But the butters are probably going to be a couple weeks because I'm waiting on labels. And that's another one that I absolutely love, man. It's not going to be for everybody. And when I put that out, I was a little hesitant. I was like, man, are guys going to like this much of a rugged scent? And voila, it went over like great, man. But that's another one that it is what it is, man. Like it's meant to be a rugged Western type of scent. And to me, that's what it is, man. But I love that one. I wear that one quite often.
that one is probably, I would say, probably my second favorite. I am so partial to Naked City. It's ridiculous, but whipping post, that initial just smack you in the face smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, me too.
And see,
I really
I didn't
enjoy
know
it.
that. I really was leery on whether people would be able to embrace that or not. But it went over really, really well, man. It did. So I was pleased. And everybody that got a hold of me was really pleased with it. Although I don't know if people would get a hold of me to tell me it sucks. But I mean, you know, but you know, for those that have taken the time to get a hold of me and give me feedback on that one, been pretty positive. So I'm excited about that for sure.
I would have told you, Adam.
Yeah, I know you would have, man.
Whipping post is good. It is.
You pretty much stop on my jugular every chance you get.
Yeah, the one cent basically that that I did that to you.
No, I'm just I love you, man, and I love most of the people that rock the yacht. They understand, man. They understand that when I create something, it's not just it's going to be a little different, you know, and you got to be able to embrace that side of things. And if you're able to get past and just see, like I said earlier on the show, if you can just kind of get past the initial thought and just kind of understand what the meaning behind it was, I think you guys will be able to appreciate it more for what it is.
I mean, that was the thing with Hidden. I know you had your vision that you had with it. And I know when you and I talked about it, you were like, you're not gonna like this.
Yeah.
And I told you, you know, I always give anything a shot.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, for real, you're not gonna like it.
Yeah. Well, that's also something with me, man. Like when you do reviews on my products, right? Like I am not one that is going to be like behind the scenes, Dan, don't screw me on this. Just tell everybody it's good. I don't give a damn. Like if you don't like it, I want you to say it's not my style. You know, because I'm not trying to steal people's money, dude. I'm not trying. I don't want people to spend money on stuff just because they think it's going to be good because somebody said so, right? I mean, I think we need honesty, dude. And that's why, you know, when you got a hold of me, dude, I'm going to do a review, but this is how it's going to go. I'm like, please do it that way because it needs to be done that way. You can talk about a product and let people know it's not your cup of tea. At the same time, let people know that if they are into this kind of stuff, that you may really like this. You know what I mean?
Right.
It doesn't have to be this product sucks ass and it's the worst one he's ever put out. It doesn't have to be that way. So there's nothing wrong with, being honest with your opinion on what you feel about it, man. And I appreciate that. And that goes for anybody that reviews my products, man. Because I think we're naive as makers if we really truly believe that everybody loves everything we put out. That's kind of far-fetched, man. In my opinion.
It is.
Yeah.
It is far-fetched. Totally far-fetched. But when it comes to like certain products, like I may not, like when I first got Road to Ruin, I was just like, wow, what was he thinking with this? Like, what was this? But I had to wear it. It had to, like, it's grown on me now to where I enjoy the scent. I may not like it when I first get it. And, it may sit in my, in my drawer for a minute and marinate. And then I go back to it and I'm like, I really like this.
And see, that's another one, man, that if you go back and watch my video when I talked about that pre-release, I admitted it's not going to be something I made to smell good. It was a statement piece for me.
Yeah.
And that's all. And that's what that was about. And so, I don't wear that shit. I just don't, man. I just don't. Like, there's a lot of my stuff I don't wear, but I made it. It matched what I was trying to do. So it goes out, but, that one's way different, man. But that was solely put out to just express myself at that period of time, man. But I'm glad that you can wear it every once in a while and enjoy it, buddy. I mean, that's
I mean, it took a minute, not gonna lie. I was just like, man, what was he thinking with this? Like, it smells like
this guy's
the first time I smelled it, I was just like, wow, man, I don't know. Like,
this
what was he thinking with this one? Let me, I'm trying to see his vision, but I don't see a vision in this at all. And yeah, but like I said, you let it marinate for a minute and come back to it. That's the same way with Elder, man. When I first got the Elder, I was like, man, I don't know about this one. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to wear this.
Oh, that's my baby right there. That's probably my most unique scent out of all of them, man.
But that's what it is. If you can
unique.
Appreciate for what it is, like the scent for what it is, you can appreciate the scent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's what it is, man. That's exactly how I roll, man. So I want everybody that's in here that's gracious enough to come in and hang with us tonight to understand, if you haven't tried HONYOCKER before, that it's more of an experience on understanding what went on behind the scenes to go into that than it is just this smells like apple pie. Great. Put it in, if there's way more that goes into each scent than just that. So, I encourage people to try to just get into it for what it is.
Someone had mentioned earlier about samples. Have you ever considered doing samples?
Yeah, man, I did samples for probably the first year and a half, 2 years. I need to get back at doing that. I stopped doing it because I was looking for different sample bottles at the time. But I think I've had enough people ask me to where I'll probably just continue using what I was doing so I could get stuff out for people that want them.
Right on.
So yeah, we'll probably incorporate that back here in just a bit once I can get caught up and get things slowed down a little bit, and that way we can have that available for people.
Sweet.
So, someone had asked earlier about scents that we would recommend for a first-time buyer of HONYOCKER. And yeah, it's hard for HONYOCKER because the uniqueness to the scents, really.
Yeah, normally what I tell people, when I get asked that quite a bit actually behind the scenes, and I usually just tell people, I give them the safe answer, man, right? Because I don't want people to take one of my unique ones, let's say the Elder or a Road to Ruin or something like that, and think that's how everything is, right? So I really try to steer them more towards like a Taproot, a Humidor, the Avenue Blue, maybe even Memoirs. Memoirs is a huge seller, sophisticated, real nice, just scent. Ones that I know that more often than not people will enjoy. And so I try to steer them the safe route. That way they can get a first impression of what my best sellers are, what the baseline for me is. And then once they get that, then if they want to try some of the more off the wall stuff or for oddball stuff, then they can.
The more complex.
Yeah.
Dan wants you to describe Grayson or Naked City.
So dude, like, first off, Naked City is another one that's not on the site right now. it just, the ones that peter out, I kind of put my foot down about a month ago. It's like, I'm pulling them. Like, I just need to thin things down and make room for new stuff that may be able to, but to me, Naked City, I'm going to leave that up to you two cologne guys, because that's why it took me so long to do a cologne-ish thing, because cologne gives me headaches. So I'm not good at building them. It's hard for me to make those because they give me migraines and stuff. So I'm not a cologne connoisseur. Grayson, to me, man, the mix of pipe tobacco and that cashmere cedar are so awesome to me. I mean, yes. the cashmere cedar fragrance that I use in that, I can just put that in a bottle and wear it by itself. I adore it. It's my favorite, probably my favorite fragrance I have. It's just something about it. It's soft and so comforting smelling to me. And then it's got the blackberry mixed in there.
Yeah.
And it's
the blackberry
so fun.
Note adds
yeah,
to it.
It's funny because you get some people who are like, oh, it's a pretty blackberry heavy scent. And then I'm like, well, it's not really. If you knew what the pipe tobacco or the cashmere cedar smelled like, you would actually think otherwise, So yes. you're getting a great mixture of all of them. It just depends on the person and which note and their particular nose is going to pick out. But Grayson is a lot of people's favorite. It's a good one, man. But again, it's one that was developed over my grandson, so I wanted it to be a little playful. That's why there's the blackberry in there. It's another one that a lot of people like. I would say I haven't had anybody get a hold of me and say that's trash, Adam. I mean, I would say 80% of the time people like that one. I mean, whether it's their favorite or not is a different story, but they like it.
It's definitely nice the way the blackberry kicks in that. Like, it just has that, like you said, that playful feeling to it. It gives it that, it keeps it from going crazy in any certain direction. It kind of holds it together, in my opinion.
And I used a tart blackberry, so not a sweet blackberry. It's a tart blackberry, so that it kind of gives it a little bit of a sharper note versus a sweet note.
Hey, what's up, G. Lou? How's it going, man? Welcome in. Welcome in. What's up, E-Rock? Well, Adam, what do you think? We do that Menage giveaway?
Yeah, buddy, your show. Run it.
Don't put all the weight on my shoulders, man. Come on. All right, guys, when I give you the number range, we're going to do it at random number generator. We got 32 in here. As soon as I give you the number range, you can go. It's what I see first on my screen. If you get prioritized, don't let that stop you from checking out HONYOCKER. It should definitely be in every beard's rotation. 1 cent. I'm telling you, all it's going to take is one bottle, and you're going to be hooked. You're going to be going back for more, unless you're not a collector like me, and then you'll let that bottle run out, and then you'll get another one. But so 1 through 15, guys, 1 through 15.
Now, Gary says he's impressed with how well memoirs and body language appeals to the women. I'm a woman connoisseur, fellas. Okay, so when I'm creating these, so when I'm creating these things, you better damn well believe I got them in mind now. But memoirs is hands down the ladies' favorite out of all of them, as far as overall feedback that I get. My son's girlfriend made me make a deodorant for her in it. That's how well she liked it. She wanted to wear memoirs deodorant. You know what I mean? So it's like the ladies really end up liking memoirs. I think it's Emily's favorite as well. But that was such a nice, sophisticated one, man. That was really done well.
We do have a winner, Mr. Jeff Rice.
Oh, right, man.
Because Jeff needs it.
Yeah, Jeff does need it. I'm glad Jeff won that one, because I know he's not a patchouli person, and albeit Sahara isn't patchouli like raggedy hobo patchouli, it's got hints of patchouli that you may not realize you're smelling. So I don't know how sensitive.
Yeah, I'm guilty.
That, but
I'm guilty of that.
Yeah,
we had that conversation yesterday or the day before.
And I can totally understand that, man, because it's just. You think incense, patchouli, they kind of just are in the same family, man. And so I can definitely get why you would think that, man. That was a great question.
Jeff, I don't know if you know how to get a hold of Adam, but if you don't, out to him on Instagram.
I don't know who that son bitch is, so tell him to send me all that information.
He needs your government name, your
Yes.
social security number. He needs a negative COVID test. Yeah, all that good stuff. Just send it to him in an Instagram DM.
That's great, man.
But no, guys, Adam did say at the beginning, here toward the end of the show, here in about a half hour, we're going to give away both oils in a combo. So you'll get the 2 oils sent out to you. You'll be one of the first ones to have it. So congrats to everybody that wins tonight. If not, be on the lookout Friday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern. These will be dropping. They will be dropping. So be looking forward to it.
Yeah, I know Gary said he's not really a patchouli fan either. I don't know. I mean, you guys can help me out on this, man. When I smell Sahara, like, you have to be really thinking of patchouli to pick it out. It's blended so well in there that it's not like, oh my God, this is patchouli overload. Like, that would have been Raggedy Hobo from my initial line. That one was a really straightforward patchouli scent with some other earthy stuff mixed in with it. Sahara it has patchouli notes in it, but it's blended so well. You're not like, oh my God, there's so much patchouli in it. It's just like, I mean, you guys can give your 2 cents in it, but
I barely pick out any patchouli.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like,
if I smell this and think patchouli, then I get patchouli. But if you're not thinking patchouli and you smell it,
no,
you're not going to get it.
You won't. If you're not thinking patchouli, you won't get it. No. I agree with that, because like I said, we had this conversation and I was just like, like, did I mix something up, bro? And you're like, nah. And once you broke it down, I was like, oh, okay. It all makes sense now. Like,
because with Menage a Trois, man, like, you know, like, you had a great question, like incense, Adam. I'm not picking up a lot of incense, and that's because it's not like a Nag Champa incense like I used in the Elder. It's more of that mixed with the saffron in there gives it that little bit of spiciness in the background that you get behind that shea and cashmere to give it that just that little bit of depth.
But that shea and cashmere sits nice, man. Like I said, Menage, it's different. It's not what you expect from HONYOCKER. But now that once you explain your vision, like it makes sense in a HONYOCKER way.
Yeah, I really like it. I've worn it a lot because it's not like overpowering. It's soft, subtle, sensual, and I tend to like those kind of scents, man.
Yeah, it's seductive, man. Like it is.
Yeah, there you go. That's the word, seductive. Like I said, when my wife was like, "What are you wearing?" That new one from HONYOCKER. I like that one.
Yeah. See, and so no matter who if nobody buys it, I don't care anymore because your wife likes it, and that's really all that matters.
I will say though, Adam, I am disappointed you didn't use our original label idea.
Well, you know, I try to walk a thin line here, man. Okay, you know, there's a thin line because if I didn't have to put it out in the public, it'd be probably a lot different, but. You know, we gotta give everybody what I was trying for, but without offending anybody. You know what I mean?
Can we get the adult labels?
Yes, I'll order those along with the whipping post butter labels. Get them right on. But yeah, you know, and it is what it is, man. Like I'm not gonna go overboard, but at the same time, dude, I'm not gonna hold back. I don't expect if it's something that you guys don't really appreciate or don't like the way I'm going, then you know, it's fine. You don't have to purchase that particular one. But at the same time, anybody that knows me, man, knows that I live my life the way I want to live my life. And it's like, so too much of people telling each other how to do things these days. So I do it my way in the most respectful way I can. And but I totally understand if something isn't somebody's cup of tea. You know, but
well, I mean, some people take that, like some creators are like, man, what, you don't like my scent? Why don't you like it? Like some people take offense to it. They're like, you know, but like, everything, everybody's not going to like everything.
that's reality, man. I'm just old enough now to where I understand that's reality. you know, and any business owner of any kind of thing should understand that, man. You know, just, you know, I'm a huge Joe Satriani fan, guitar player, and like he's coming out with a new album in April, and he's been dropping teasers of new songs off the album, and he just dropped a teaser of one of the new songs. I flat out, I don't like it. You know what I mean? He's my favorite musician of all time. I've seen him 16 times in concert, but I don't like the new song. You know, the previous two I did, this one I didn't. So I can't expect everybody to like everything I put out. You know, it's not going to be for everybody. It took me a little bit to understand that. You know what I mean? When I first got started, I was like, it was like the worst thing in the world. You know, like, oh my goodness, maybe I'm not very good at this, man. You know, one person said they didn't care for it, you know. But then I got to realize that 90 other people did, you know, so it's, you gotta go with what
you gotta take the good with the bad, man.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
sure.
good with the bad.
I've learned that real quick doing this. I mean, I don't post all of them, but I do get some comments that just at first I'm like, wow, how could somebody say this? But then I'm like, you know what? Like that's what you get when you put yourself out here like this. You know what I mean? You're gonna get people that just that's all they want to do is like try to tear other people down, or, you know, just off the wall comments. Like it comes with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it helps if you just understand, you know, the guys that I've talked to for a long time. Your son's watching, man.
Yeah. He tunes in all the time, man.
Well, that's awesome, buddy.
Yeah. He's a big supporter. He knows I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Love you, buddy.
My daughter likes to watch when we rewatch some of these shows because my wife hasn't watched it or something, or she passes out. My daughter will sit next to me and she'll be like, "That daddy on the TV." And it's the cutest thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, man, I'm missing that these days, man. Mine are 20 and 21, you know. I'm like, I was in a chiropractor the other day getting my back worked on, and this little kid comes in and goes right to the little box of toys they had in the waiting room. And I just naturally started playing with him, man. It's like, I miss those days. I miss the days of the little kids, man.
Yeah, it's a good time, man. Wouldn't trade it for nothing.
I mean, I like the fact that now, you know, they're not so dependent on me, and they, you know, I don't have, you know, after a while, it's like nice to have some adult time and a break without, you know, having to constantly worry about the kids, man. But
no,
I've always said, dude, when they burn me and put me in the urn, man, like that's the only thing I really care about being remembered as. Is I gave 100% of being a dad. Like
being a good dad. Yeah,
that's the only thing, man. I don't care about nothing else.
There you go. That's a slick way, man. I mean, that's your legacy. That's the memories they have, the core memories, you know what I mean?
Then you get times like what happened to me before the show started.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Gary's got a question for you, Adam.
Let's see. What is your favorite creation? I know you said Humidor was your best work. Any other or Humidor show? I mean, as far as the creation I'm most proud of, man, I say the Humidor just because it's one of those scents that I feel like really represents to a T what it's supposed to be. And it's one that has stood the test of time. I can still make it, and when I make it, I'm still like, damn, this is so good, man. You know, I'm not burnt out on it even after all this time. But I Snowblind and Body Language, I love those two. But Body Language is another one of those musky. It's got amaretto and brandy in it, so it's another one of those musky, soft, sensual type scents, much like Menage a Trois. Like I was saying, I really like those types of scents. But Snowblind, I don't know what it is about Snowblind, man. My Christmas scent. I could wear that every day and not touch another oil. I love that one too, because it's outdoorsy, but it's not just outdoorsy. There's something a little different to it
well, yeah, you enjoy that all you can, Adam, you bastard.
I can't, man. I don't have any of the campfires. I reached out to the company earlier this month, actually, trying to see. And the good news is they told me that the company that made it for them stopped making it, so they're in the midst of trying to recreate it on their own so that they can bring it back. So if they can get it anywhere close to that, then we'll be in business. But I'm going to tell you right now, I've bought 1 trillion campfires and not one of them smell legit like that one. That thing was gold as far as campfire scents go. And I think it really is a big part of snowblind, because I wanted that cozy feeling, like you're sitting inside on Christmas Eve in the dark with the Christmas lights on, fireplace going, you look outside, it's snowing, it's cold, but you're snuggled up warm inside. Just that vibe, man. And that campfire was such a huge piece to that. And when I got on earlier last year to order the supplies to get ready to make it, and I seen that it wasn't even on the website, I ruined a pair of underwear. Like I basically shit myself. Sorry if your son's watching, but I mean, I was like, no, don't do this to me, man. So hopefully we can get the knockoff version of it back and get that back going, because I sure do love that.
I hope so. I really do, because that's, like I said, that's one of the ones I wanted to pick up. Like 57, I'm glad when you brought that back, I was able to grab it. Like I hit you up and I was like, hey man, I may not be able to order, set me one back. I will grab it. I will, I'll grab it from you. But 57, man, like it hits different. Like it's got that old school vibe to it, and it just hits different. Like I put it in and I'm just like, man, this is a good scent.
Yeah, really that's one is super simple. I don't want to leave Bearded Wolf hanging here. Humidor is definitely a favorite of my dad's, but he has turned into a taproot whore. Like he like I think he bathes in it, because he's calling me constantly. You got any taproot? You got any taproot? Like, you just got some a couple weeks ago. I know, bud, but I use a lot of it. I'm like, okay, like whatever, man. So right now he's a taproot wearing son of a gun. That's for sure.
I got dry skin, Adam. You got to send me more taproot.
Christmas, man. What are you doing? Putting it on your crusty feet, heel of your feet, or like what? I mean, gee, man, Christmas. But no, my dad's a huge supporter. So if he likes it, then great, man. So he's definitely a taproot and humidor type of guy. But 57 was done with him in mind. 57 was based off my dad. Simple and clean. My dad always wanted to make sure that he was groomed well and taken care of and respectable looking. And that one was one that just is very simple. 2 different ingredients is all it is, but they just blended so well together, man, to give it that classic man vibe.
It does. That's exactly what I get.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. And so that one is another one that worked really well.
Wiley says the biz, hashtag the biz is really, that's good as well. If you like leather forward, you're going to love the biz.
Yeah.
If you like leather.
Yeah. You have to like leather, man. And what's funny, dude, what's so funny is that the leather in that, man, there's hardly any in it. Like it's the 3rd ingredient in there compared to the other stuff in it. And it just comes to the front, man. I mean, it just comes to the front. If the leather people liked it, if you're not a leather person, it's not going to be you. It's not going to be for you. But
it's based. To me, it came off like almost all you had in it was leather.
Yeah, and see, that's where being the maker, I can pick out the other notes because I know what I put in it, right? But for those people who don't have that information, they're just going to pick that up, Yep. But well, I'm glad, Donald. I'm glad you're a taproot whore too, buddy. We don't have enough of those in the world.
He said it felt so great to say.
just hit me up. Yeah, hit me up anytime, buddy, and feel free to get stuff off your chest, pal.
1-900 HONYOCKER.
Yeah,
I'm gonna help you.
Yeah, let me help you. I love taproot, man. But see, again, taproot is a real nice, warm, woodsy, sophisticated scent, man. I keep using the word sophisticated over and over again, but that's just kind of my forte, man. Like I love that kind of thing where you can wear it if you're dressed up, you can wear it if you're in jeans and a t-shirt, you can wear it, whatever, man. It just gives you that everyday vibe, but you're still going to smell manly, but you're still going to smell nice, and that's
in your gray sweatpants on the couch.
Correct. If you're in your gray sweatpants on the couch, Taproot is for you.
Tomahawk wants to know, did you or your dad own a 57? Is that why you named it that?
That would no. Dad was born in 57, so that was the premise behind that.
Right on. 8-Bit Sean says, I only have Avenue Blue and it's a great scent, rotated in every few weeks.
Well,
that's from another company. So
yeah, man. Well, I have some of Sean's stuff as well, man. He's one of the cooler guys in the biz. Always make sure he reaches out to me, man, and says some stuff in the DMs, man. I can't, appreciate that enough, dude. There's a respect I have for a lot of people in this community, man, that goes unsaid quite a bit. And Sean's definitely one of those guys. I tell him all the time. We talked maybe a week ago, and I told him, I said, buddy, I love what you do. I respect the hell out of you. I think it's so cool that he's got his thing going over there and what he does with it. Being an 80s kid, man, I definitely love the vibe of that,
Right.
And it's fun, man. It's fun. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a little jealous that I can't be fun like that. I'm just too serious of a guy, I say that jokingly, but I am serious about that too. I love when I see people able to still have fun and exuberate fun, even as adults like that, man. It's super cool.
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely.
Aaron, body language is sex in a bottle, and I don't think it's for you because I don't think you're old enough for that.
Yeah, man. Body language is it's sexy, man. It's like I said, it's musky. It's got amaretto, which is kind of a syrupy cherry type of thing, not like a tart cherry or candy cherry, but real sweet cherry type thing. It's got brandy in it, like the drink, which gives it another dark note to it. It's got some tobacco oud in it. You won't notice that, like you're not going to smell tobacco, but that particular fragrance is another warm fragrance that just adds to the whole thing. So
Gary wants to know, is more Zinland butter on the way?
Zinland butter will be. It's one of those things, man, where I'm kind of waiting until after I get these released, since I'm backlogged with it being more of a spring summertime scent. We'll try to get on that here in the next few weeks to get that back in. And that's another one that is not my personal favorite. It's a little too clean for me. But I can't tell you how many people DM me and tell me that's their favorite out of them all. And that's just what I love. Everybody's so different, man, and that's why I love having different categories of stuff: soft and sensual, woodsy, dark manly, elderish, road to ruin. Like try to have a little something for everybody, man.
Yeah, you have it's not a huge catalog, but you have pretty much something for everybody.
Yeah,
you do.
So
even though you only got one cologne type scent.
Yeah, man. But see, I get leery with colognes, buddy, because I see there's so many companies that are good at them. I mean, how many times? I can't put out Cool Water. 15 people have done it. You know what I mean? Like I don't even like to venture down the road of trying to do that, because that's another one of my things that I refuse to do, is do something so simple that somebody else has already done it. I don't want to, I can't do that. So in my little corner, I make things that come off as a cologne's bastard stepchild. So so what I mean by that is it's not directly cologne, but it's nice like a cologne in its own way by blending a bunch of stuff to where you could almost wear it as something like that without it being
right. It comes, it gives off that vibe without it being an actual cologne.
Correct.
So guys, we got about 10 or 15 more minutes. If you have any questions for Adam, hit him up right here in the chat. We'll get to as many as possible. We still do have one more giveaway of the 2 new oils.
Hang in there, Daniel. Come on, baby. Finish strong.
Beard. What got you into making beard oils? Did I freeze?
What got me? You all right? You there?
Yeah. I'm here.
Okay.
Go ahead.
man, I was like, I don't know how to do this on my own, so I'm gonna need you back, player. All right. So anyway, really, man, like before I had the beard, I'll make this quick so because I know you got 10 minutes. So before I had the beard, I had a handlebar mustache, and I grew that because my sister accused me of being so much of a wuss that I couldn't even grow a mustache, right? So I was like, well, I got to prove my sister wrong here, man. So I grew it out, grew my handlebar mustache, and then I got tired of doing my handlebar mustache after about 6 months. So I cut the ends off of it, and then I looked like a porn star, 80s cop. So I'm like, well, I got to get rid of this. So I'm like, if I grew the mustache, let's try the beard. And so I started my whacked out beard journey, and then, man, obviously I needed product, man, and it's really just the same old stuff, man. I had one company that I used that really dried my beard out for my beard. It made my beard feel a little dry, and it just, I'm a creative person, and so it just kind of morphed. It kind of pulled me in the direction of let me just try this, man, you know, and so there it went. You know, it's kind of a classic story, man, but it just is what it is. But I think more than anything, guys, what drew me to it is the creating the scent profiles. You're never going to hear me say, I've got the best feeling beard ever. I don't use Emu. I don't use Astra. I don't use all this fancy stuff because it's like a blue collar beard oil. I want to do it for the everyday working man. It works, and I'm good with that. I don't have to be best feeling beard. I just want you guys to know that it works. And then for me, more than anything, my personal thing is just expressing myself creatively through my scent creations, man. And that's what's really kept me going.
So I can respect that, dude. And like I said, I mean, if I know I want my beard to style a certain way, or I want to, you know, whatever, I know HONYOCKER is a company I can grab, and I'm going to get the result every time. And that's no joke.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. You know, that's just one of those things. I can grab it off the shelf, and there it is, and I know what my beard's going to do that day. So I enjoy it.
Well, I appreciate that, man.
Exactly. It's one of those that you just know.
Yeah, you don't have to have the bird oil or, you know, anything fancy. I mean, it just works. It works.
Yeah.
That's it. It just works.
Yeah. That was the goal, man. I just wanted to, I'm kind of old school, man. Like if it's not broke, don't fix it. Not that you can't be creative and change things up, but I will admit I'm stubborn, you know, like if I've gotten a lot of compliments on my products and if it's working that well, I'm just going to keep it that way and keep that HONYOCKER style, man. So,
well, you definitely have your own style. So,
yeah.
Thanks, Sean. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, I'm not wearing a nightie. I actually wore a shirt. I wore a t-shirt, so I didn't want to hear any more complaints of my shirt looking like a nightgown or a hospital gown. So I wore a t-shirt. See, that's what happens when I try to dress up, man. Like it just don't work. It don't work for me. It don't look right. But let's do that last giveaway, and then we'll see if any more questions pop up.
Yeah,
we got 30 in here. All right, guys, as soon as I give you the number range, we're going to run a combo of 2 oils, the 2 new ones, Sahara and Menage, and you're going to be one of the first ones to have it. So as soon as I give you the range, you can go. If you get prioritized, don't stop from going to HONYOCKER Beard Co., checking out some of their products. You won't be disappointed. It just works.
Yeah, man. Like, and before I do it real quick, if you guys have any questions, if you guys have any questions, make sure you reach out to somebody like Dan or Daniel, man. You don't have to ask me, like get some outside opinions, man. The guys that I'm in contact with aren't going to lie to you. I don't like them to blow smoke up people's butts. So if you need honesty, man, go ask somebody about it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. These guys know they can hit me up anytime whatsoever. I'm down to answer questions.
Donald, he didn't see the video of me with the perm. So
no, but I seen the picture and it's fantastic, like Jesus, man.
Here we go. The winner is KD with the number 8. Sorry, I should have shown you earlier too. KD, I don't know if you have Instagram, but if you do, hit up Adam. Give me your information.
Yep, and if you don't have Instagram, man, go to my website. The email for the business is down at the bottom. You can email me your name and information, and just let me know that you were a winner on the live stream, man. We'll get you taken care of.
And I really appreciate you doing these giveaways, bro. Some
Yeah,
of these
man.
guys are going to be the first ones to have it, so that's super cool. But do not forget, guys. Friday morning it will be live 8 a.m. Eastern. You need to get you some HONYOCKER. I mean, try the new stuff or try something tried and true that you've heard lots about in the chat tonight. HONYOCKER, he has something for everybody. And that wash is something to speak of. So grab some of that wash.
Because I will say, I absolutely hate barbershop scents. I absolutely hate them.
Yes, we've had this conversation.
Yes, but Avenue Blue is one that I actually enjoy.
Yeah, well,
and I'm not saying that just because he's on screen. I'm not saying that for any other reason other than I actually enjoy Avenue Blue, and it's a barbershop scent, and I really, really hate barbershop scents.
Well, thank goodness, man. Makes up, man.
Well, thank you, Dan, for your input on that. But no, man. Like I said, there's been some scents that I've gotten because when we did that last live stream, like I just got like 10 or 11 bottles.
Yeah, you did, man. I remember that.
And I got some of them, like I said, and I was just like, what is this, man? Like, where was he going with this? Like, this is nothing like I've ever smelled before. But then once you get it in beard, you're just like, okay, I see where he was going. Because not that all of your scents together have a theme, but they kind of do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's not something you're going to get from everywhere else. It's not the same scent you're getting 15 different times, like you said earlier. It just works.
Yeah, I mean, I think what you mean there is like when you get a HONYOCKER product, you're going to know it's a HONYOCKER product. Once you start buying up multiples to where you can see like they're different, but it's a HONYOCKER created scent, man.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly like once you get one HONYOCKER product, then you start getting more, you will see that it's a HONYOCKER product. Absolutely.
And you get addicted and you end up ordering everything off the site. Yep.
Well, I mean, I just, before we get off here, man, I just really want to say to that note right there, dude, I've been super honored to have so many people, man, jump on board, dude. Like I say it all the time, and I'll say it again, man. It was never meant to be like this. I'm not the biggest company out there, but to go from a thought to where I am now, it's nuts to me, man. And it's super humbling and super cool to me that I haven't that many people that are on board with me, man, appreciate what I do. So I appreciate you guys just as much. Trust me, man.
Absolutely, man. Good dude.
Of course.
Like, you're always open to have a conversation. It don't necessarily always have to be about beard products. I met you in person. We got along just fine. Like it wasn't like a forced interaction or anything. It wasn't, it was just like two buddies hanging out. And I really appreciate that, dude. Like more.
Yeah, man. We'll do that again for sure, buddy. We'll get a little more time in than that. Because that needs to be done. But yeah, man, I really appreciate you taking the time to have me on tonight, man. I haven't done one of these in quite some time. And it's nice to be back on with you guys. Dan, I appreciate you jumping on, buddy. It's good to be on here with you and Daniel, fellow Hoosier buddy. I'm super glad to be on with you as well. So and everybody in the chat, man, thank you so much for I know that you guys are probably loyal Daniel viewers and stuff, but just the fact that you took time to come on when I was on here tonight means a lot to me. So thank you.
Absolutely. Everybody in here, Adam, thanks for being here, man. Thanks for reaching out. And we have pretty good conversations. Dan, always. It's cool to have somebody else that can help me explain all the HONYOCKER scents, and you have them as well.
I try my best.
I appreciate you all for showing up on a Wednesday night. You guys are loyal, and I really, really appreciate it. Friday morning, 8 a.m. Grab some of this. You're gonna be pissed at yourself if you don't. I'm being honest. All you guys learn something new today. Let it grow. I appreciate you all.
Thanks, guys. Good talking to you.